Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya 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 Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
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 Jaya Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Jaya Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashoda Nandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Yamuna Tira Vanachari
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya गौर प्रेमानंदे पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. So we'll jointly say the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatho Jayamudhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavadi Naishtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangvayadirim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Paramananda Madhavam Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So today is a very special day. We are celebrating Panihati Chiradahi festival. I was asked to speak on that, but also we wanted to continue with our Bhagavad Gita shloka. So today we are actually discussing from Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, text number 20, and after that the second part of the session will be to remember the pastimes of Panihati festival. So 7.20. All of you have Bhagavad Gita, I believe. So please turn to page number, I don't know which page number, it's on the yellow hardbound. 329, yeah. Well, some of you might be having the small book, the soft cover, that is 310, page number 310. So the big hardbound is 329. Oh, is that 326 or 329?
329.
Okay. So let's try to repeat.
310.
7.20. So let's try to chant the shloka. कामैस्तैर्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियताः स्वया कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियताः स्वया. Anybody want to repeat? Please do it. कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः
प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं
नियममास्थाय
प्रकृत्या नियताः
स्वया. कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. कामैस्तैर्हृदज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्ते अन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया. Anybody want to repeat? This is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, shloka number 20, spoken directly by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so let's go through the word by word meaning. Kamaihi, by desires. Taitaihi, various. Hrida, deprived of. Jnanayaha, knowledge. Prapadyante, surrender. Anya, to other. Devataha, demigods. Tam tam, corresponding. Niyamam, regulations. Asthaya, following. Prakritya, by nature. Niyataha, controlled. Swaya, by their own. Let's repeat the translation and purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Please repeat. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. One more time. Those whose intelligence has been stolen by material desires surrender unto demigods and follow the particular rules and regulations of worship according to their own natures. Okay, so we need one Mataji and one Prabhu who can read the purport. Can you please give the mic to one?
Those who are freed from all material contaminations.
Mataji, you can read into this mic. Hello. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's additional overhead to you, Prabhu. Okay, thank you.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Those who are freed from all material contaminations surrender unto the Supreme Lord and engage in his devotional service. As long as the material contamination is not completely washed off, they are by nature non-devotees. But even those who have material desires and who resort to the Supreme Lord are not so much attracted by external nature because of approaching the right goal. They soon become free from all material lust. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is recommended that whether one is a pure devotee and is free from all material desires, or is full of material desires, or desires liberation from material contamination, he should in all cases surrender to Vasudeva and worship him. As stated in the Bhagavatam 2.3.10. Akama sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradihi dibrena bhakti yogena jajeta purusham param. I think one more.
Yes, one more person can read.
Anyone?
Prabhu.
I have the mic in my hand. I can do anytime. Next.
Thank you, Prabhu.
You want to turn it around?
Less intelligent people who have lost their spiritual sense take shelter of demigod for immediate fulfillment of material desires. Generally, such people do not go to the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they are in the lower modes of nature, ignorance and passion, and therefore worship various demigods. Following the rules and regulations of worship, they are satisfied. The worshippers and demigods are motivated by small desires and do not know how to reach the Supreme Goal. But a devotee of the Supreme Lord is not misguided, because in Vedic literature there are recommendations for worshipping different gods for different purposes. Example, a diseased man is recommended to worship the sun. For those who are non-devotees, not devotees of the Lord, think that for certain purposes demigods are better than Supreme Lord. But a pure devotee knows that the Supreme Lord Krishna is the master of all. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, at 5.142, it is said, Ekale Ishvara Krishna Arasabha Vritya. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is master and all others are servants. Therefore, a pure devotee never goes to demigods for satisfaction of his material needs. He depends on the Supreme Lord, and the pure devotee is satisfied with whatever he gives.
Jai Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you, Prabhu and Mataji, for reading. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadandidam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udakatagamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadhutam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Ravida Shri Vishakhan Vidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vaja Pagitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. There is no response.
Hare Krishna.
Let's try one more time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. I think Prabhu had today roti, dal, sabji with lassi also. Wonderful. So today, first of all, I wanted to thank all the devotees who have assembled here on this beautiful Sunday evening. The weather is so good. First time I came to Canada That's the first time I heard somebody saying that today is a beautiful day. In India, have anybody said that today is a beautiful day? Because every day is beautiful.
That's
But nowadays it's become a little hotter now. But otherwise it's sunny every day, right? It's either sunny or rainy. But here people appreciate what we are missing, the 3 months which we have. We appreciate that, and we take we take full advantage of that. And we have all the reasons to go out, enjoy the weather, go to the park, go to the beach, do the gardening, go to play football, play tennis. But you pure souls have come here for inspiring all of us, right? We always, what is it called? Parasparam. Bodhayantaha Parasparam. Kathayantasya Mam Nityam Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. So this is a Bodhayanta Parasparam. So don't see this as a class. So Parasparam means what?
Mutual.
Mutual, right? Among each other. So a person who is sitting in this side or the person who is sitting on the other side doesn't make any difference, because the energy give and take is always there. When I'm saying something, I'm actually borrowing words from the acharyas, right? And when you're actually receiving it, that thing is actually flowing from the acharyas directly to you, right? So same way, when I'm saying something to you, my conviction is also getting established. Same like you, right? So this is called Bodhayanta Parasparam. And tomorrow you will be sitting on this side and I'm sitting on the other side, right? So that's how it's happened. But I wanted to sincerely thank all your devotees. Without you coming here, this satsang will not happen. So please do come every Sunday, give your valuable association, and help yourself in the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
Haribo.
So this sloka is very interesting, because in the 7 chapters so far what we have seen, Krishna was talking about himself. The 7th chapter onwards is the cream of Bhagavad Gita. As a matter of fact, it's like Bhagavad Gita is divided into, how many chapters are there in Bhagavad Gita? Anybody on the back? 18. Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Somebody said 20, no?
Who said 20?
18, no? Yeah, 18.
Yeah. So this Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 sections. So that means 6 chapters each. So the first 6 chapters, the middle 6 chapters, and the last 6 chapters. So it is said that the middle section is always the, Mataji's essence, right? The Mataji who makes the sandwich, right? What is a sandwich is named after? The thing which is put inside, right? Oh, what is a sandwich? This is a cheese sandwich. What is a sandwich? This is a vegetable sandwich. What else is there?
Tomato.
Oh, there's no vegetable sandwich.
Tomato, cucumber.
Yeah. What is this sandwich? It's a chocolate sandwich. Cream biscuits,
Yeah.
right? Paneer sandwich. Wonderful, bro. See, nice. That is something you should all try. I have tried that. You should grill the paneer. You should, we'll put some turmeric, throw in some ginger and some pepper and all this kind of things. Toast the bread and put this thing inside. It's a very good thing in the night.
Even grated paneer also, grated paneer.
That's did I say grated paneer?
Yeah.
Grilled paneer. Sorry, grated paneer. That's what I meant. Grated paneer, right? Zero fat. Oh, fat is always there. Paneer is there, but zero carbs, I would say. Very nice. Sorry, this has become a cooking class.
Yeah. What's next in the menu? What type of bread, Prabhu?
It's a multi-grain for sure.
That is the carb.
Prabhu says avocado, special.
Avocado sandwich. So something which goes inside the middle, that's the stuff. That's the thing which is named after, right? So this six chapters in the middle, that is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's where the thing is sandwiched, and that is normally called the real essence of Bhagavad Gita, right? The real cream of Bhagavad Gita. And that's when this beautiful chapters will come. 7 chapters will come, 8 chapter, 9 chapters, the gem of the chapter, right? All the beautiful shlokas come in the 9th chapter. 10th chapter, Krishna is talking about himself. 11th chapter, Vishwarupa, right? 18th chapter, for sure, Krishna is actually summarizing everything. But the things which are talked in detail is this middle chapter, right? It's very nice. So one of these chapters is the 7th chapter, and Krishna was talking about himself, of how can people see Krishna everywhere. I am the taste of water, I am this, I am that, all this Krishna is talking about, right? And then Krishna is saying about who are the people who don't see me even though I am everywhere. 4 type of people who don't see me. Krishna then talks about 4 people who are very fortunate who can understand me. Then Krishna says that okay, of those people who are very, very fortunate, extremely rare, they will actually come to Prabhadyante, they will come to me. Krishna in this chapter, in this shloka, on 7.20, Krishna introduces demigods. So demigods is always a very interesting discussion in especially coming to Vaishnava philosophy, right? Because most of us might be coming from a background wherein we have worshipped demigods, we are still worshipping demigods, we have some kind of a concept. So whatever I'm saying, I'm trying to cover a little bit about the demigods, trying to understand the principles, who is demigod and what is it, is purely based on the Vaishnava philosophy. And sometimes you might see that conflicting some of the other philosophies which you have heard and followed. But I'm actually following the Vaishnava philosophy, which is being told and coming from the parampara, from Krishna to Brahma to Narada, Vyasa, like that, right? And this is based on the Shastras, including the Bhagavad Purana, all the Padma Purana, Skanda Purana, and all those kind of things. So that's what I just try to make a humble effort to try to whiteboard it. I don't know how much I can successfully do it. The biggest thing is that of the spelling mistake is what I'm thinking about. Anyway, demigods. So demigods, see the word demigod itself. So first time I'm hearing demigods is when I start reading Srila Prabhupada books. Before that I have never heard of something called demigods. All I heard is gods, right? Devas, yeah. I mean the English word, right?
Yeah.
So what is demigod? Why the word is coined like demigods, right? See, the word demi means, anyone know what does it mean? Demi? Half, right? Demi means half. Semi, right? It's not full. So demigods means one who is actually not that superior, who is a little inferior. But they are still gods. They are still gods. That's why the name demigods has been given. So here, Prabhupada is actually talking about, or according to Vaishnava philosophy, is talking about demigods. So said that there are many demigods and one God, right? There are many. Again, this is I'm completely I'm speaking on basis of the Vaishnava philosophy, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So there are many demigods. So there is something called. I'll try to whiteboard it. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God, it's working. It's also working. Okay, there is something called demigods. Okay, so this is divided into two. One is demi, another one is gods. Right. Can everybody see the whiteboard by the way?
Little larger font.
I think, yeah.
If it's okay.
If you
Okay, so demigods. I'm just writing so that my spelling mistake you won't catch. But I'm now.
Krishna will take care.
Yeah?
Krishna will take care.
Okay. So,
Before we start, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
thank you, Prabhu.
So beautiful garland, Prabhu.
Yes.
Very apt for your neck.
He is a forest garden. Heard of that? Forest garden?
So there are, so it's demigods is what we're talking about. So there is something called, something called polytheism and monotheism, right? So polytheism and monotheism. So what is polytheism means? Anybody make a sense? Poly means multiple, of course. Theism means
One thing, philosophy.
No.
Philosophy.
God conscious. Or
Conscious.
speak. What is that called? A theist and theist.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what theism comes from. Theism means belief in God. You can take that way.
Yeah.
So polytheism means
Multiple
belief in
multiple
multiple gods. Okay? Now that means there are multiple gods, more than one gods. Okay? So can you tell any no, I'm not going there. Can you tell any religion who believes in polytheism?
Hindus,
Of course Hinduism, right?
many.
Yes. Any other religion?
No, only him.
Only Hinduism. Any other religion can you think about?
Maybe Christianity or
Christianity. How come Christianity is polytheism?
because Jesus and
Mary.
Mary.
That's when Trinity comes, right?
Yeah, Mother Mary. Yeah.
Right, that's when the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Spirit.
Highest is
Something like that, right? The Trinity comes, right?
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Father,
Exactly.
Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit, exactly. There you go. So thank you, Prabhu. So that is, again, that is a polytheism. Any other polytheistic philosophy we can think about? Okay, fine. So monotheism. What is monotheism? The opposite of that. What mean? Single God, right? One God. And the philosophies which actually fall into one God is Islam, Buddhism, right? Vaishnavism, I'll come to that. Vaishnavism is not exactly that. So these are the basic two philosophies which actually is prevailing across all the religion, most of the religion, right? And our Hinduism is polytheism, basically onto the polytheism, because we believe that there are so many gods. I'm not talking about demigods. So many gods, right? And that's what we are actually saying, that, oh, there are so many gods, and that's what we believe in polytheism. When it comes to Vaishnava philosophy, as Mataji was talking about, it's a mix of polytheism and monotheism. So it is called
Prabhu, please tell and write, then we will understand.
polymorphic monotheism. What's that? Polymorphic monotheism. What does that mean? It's a mix of these two, right? So monotheism is one God, right? And this one God is actually, or should I say the other way? Other way, right? There are different energies of this one God, and these different energies are actually spread to carry out different activities, right? So polymorphic monotheism means there is one God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, and under Him there are different energies, and these different energies is what we call demigods. Got that? Basic principle. So this is the basic principle of demigod. That's how we understand the demigods under Vaishnava philosophy, right? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one person, and that's how we say that this is monotheism. And then under Him there are different energies, right? What is that called in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad, I believe? Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, nacha samastasta adhikascha drishyate, parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate, swabhaviki jnana balakriyacha, right? So there is nobody above Him. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, there is nothing which He cannot do. Nacha samas, nobody is equal. Cha adhigam cha drishyate, adhigam means
Greater.
no one is equal to
Or greater.
or greater than the one, and that one is this one you're talking about. Then it talks about the polymorphism. Parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate. See how nicely Shvetashvatara Upanishad is talking about the polymorphic monotheism. The first two lines talks about the the monotheistic Supreme Personality of God. There is nobody. What is that? Asama-urdhva. There is a word called Asama-urdhva. What means? Asama-urdhva. There is nobody who is equal to or nobody who is above the Supreme Personality. And that is monotheism. The second, third and fourth line is talking about the one who is Asamurdhva. He is actually Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Shruyate. He is actually expanding into different energies, multiple energies, and for what? Swabhaviki Jnana Bala Kriya. Based on what? The Jnana, Bala and Kriya. Based on these energies is what he is spread across to carry out different activities in this material world. So that is what the understanding of polymorphic monotheism, right? That is a basic understanding of it. So we are all like come from different background. We all have different understanding of our worshipable Lord and all these things. But when we understand from when we speak from a Vaishnava philosophy, this is what we actually, and again, completely based on the Vedas and the Upanishads, right? Now, talking about the Vedas. Now, the Vedas is actually divided into, so this is okay, right? Any question on this part?
Prabhu,
Yeah,
why do you have so many demigods? Why do you create confusion?
I'm coming to there. So,
One universal God, everybody worship him.
yeah, I'll come to there. So now speaking about Vedas, right? So Vedas is actually divided into 3 sections. Anybody know?
Brahmana, Rig Veda, Sham.
No, that is
not the-
four Vedas.
Vedas.
Vedas is the knowledge of Vedas is divided into 3 sections.
Aranyavada, Brahmana.
No, that's fine too, but it's called Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda. Okay, so Vedas, the Vedic knowledge, right? So these 3 sections is what the Vedas are. The Vedic knowledge is divided into. So Karma Kanda is where all the fruitive activities are being explained. Now, why the Vedas is talking about fruitive activities?
Because different people have different desires.
Right. Is there anybody here who is not having any desire? Everybody has got desires, right? Everybody, ichha dvesha samudhrena dvandva mohena bhara, right? The desire itself is what is actually brought us down to this particular world, right? And that's what Vedas is actually talking about. Okay, you have desires and you have to fulfill the desires. Now, what is the proper way to fulfill the desires? Following me? What is the proper way by which you can fulfill the desires? Right? Simple thing. I wanted to have a nice gulab jamun. I have to cook nice gulab jamun. There is Vedic way of cooking that. What kind of ingredients you have to choose? What kind of oil you have to use? There are certain oil which it's said to be like not standards. Prabhupada used to say peanut oil is not standard. Which oil is the best?
Coconut oil.
Mustard oil is okay. Ghee.
He is not obvious. Well, you tricked the question.
That is ghee.
Prabhupada cook everything in ghee. He makes kachoris and ghee is actually, people were afraid of ghee, but it's actually in Ayurveda, kridam is a medicine. You know that? Kridam means ghee. See, all the medicines, most of the Chavanaprasham, you heard about Chavanaprasham? This Chavanaprasham, some of the Chavanaprasham is known as kridam because these are made on ghee.
Some people take in the morning empty
In the empty stomach, right? So ghee is, that's where, the cooking, the standard is ghee. You are again slipping onto the,
I know.
huh? cuisine, right?
Karma.
Because this guy isn't sitting in front of me. That's what is distracting me. Whenever we meet, we talk about this thing only. He always talks about cheesecakes and all this kind of thing. So we discuss, oh, how do you make cheesecakes? Like, kind of thing, right? Anyway.
Yeah.
So those standards, what is that you have to, how you have to sleep, how in where you have to sleep, which direction you have to sleep, what is the food, what time you have to take the food, what kind of food you have to take, what is the, the way of recreation, all this kind of things is mentioned in the, what all things you have to do, what all sacrifices you have to do so that you can actually enjoy in your next life, or you can go to higher planets. So there are even bigger planets, or even there are higher planets up above, they called heavenly planets, right? And thereby you will actually enjoy
Even more.
even more. How many of you know about that?
Better ghee, yeah. You get a better ghee.
Better ghee, Prabhu. It's not even desi ghee, it's heavenly ghee, right? Desi is what this material world is talking about. Heavenly ghee, have you heard about heavenly ghee? You'll get everything. Samosas fried in heavenly ghee. Can you imagine it? Oh my God. Shining gulab jamun. Right? So that is actually talking about the karma kanda. Jnana kanda is transcending this karma. Jnana kanda means, okay, enough of the sense enjoyment. How many of you have attended a class in Prabhu's house? What is his name, Prabhu? Hari Parshad Prabhu. Prabhu was actually talking about that cycle, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, right? So that thing, like, this karma kanda is a loop. It's just keep on going. Keep on going. You can enjoy, Chine Punya Bhakti Logam Vishanti, right? You can keep on enjoying and enjoying and enjoying, and you will never get out of this material world. Never, ever. Keep on enjoying, right? So if you just do, things based on the karma kanda, you will keep on enjoying. Unless and until you transcend and progress to the jnana kanda, right? Unless and until you transcend and come to the jnana kanda. Jnana kanda is when, as Prabhu was mentioning, one day you will think that enough is enough, right? Too much of running around, too much of paying taxes, too much of studying, too much of married life, too much of enough. There is some way out of this material world. Just keep on running and running and running and running and running, and then one day you will find that, okay, there should be some way. There is some place, or there should be a exit out of this. For example, let's say, imagine this as a big, huge house, right? Or huge bungalow or a space, and there's a fire. What will be the first thing you'll be looking for? That sign on there, you can see on the back. Can you see the right sign there?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, right? And you'll be looking for, you don't want to go to the kitchen, you don't want to go to the washroom, everything is there in the house. You got kitchen, and kitchen is full of prasadam, or the food, or whatever. You have nice bedroom, and wherein you can have the $50,000 mattress, with a fully air conditioned, full everything. But you're fed up of this house. What you look for is a simple exit door. You just have to get out of that place. People started thinking that way, that's when they will come to Jnana Kanda. And when you're established on the Jnana Kanda, understanding that there is this, what I am going through is a temporary, material, fake thing. What do you mean by fake? Have you seen the pacifiers in this baby's mouth? How many of you know pacifier? Can somebody explain this to Suresh Prabhu, because he was looking at me like that. What are you talking about, Prabhu? You know pacifier, Prabhu? No, right? There is a plastic nibble which is given on the baby's mouth. It's just a thing. That's it. And babies will be sucking onto that, right? And they will be just thinking that, okay, I am actually drinking mom's milk. Finally, he or she will be really, really hungry and started crying. So the pacifier won't work, right? So we are actually in pacifier now. We're actually sucking the things, thinking that this is real. We're actually going through this thing and we're just saying, oh, wonderful, what a family I'm having. Look at me. Alright? And this pacifier is actually working. We're just sucking to it. But one day we will feel that there is no milk in this pacifier. And once the baby will find out there's no milk in that, once he really get hungry, once he really fed up of that, that's when he'll come to Jnana Kanda and understand that, you know what, this is, the shloka in Bhagavad Gita talks about like, this is all like, fake.
Nithya.
Anityam, asukham lokam. Right, Prabhu? Right? Tucham. Sukham hi tucham. And that's when you know that, okay, there is nothing. And then you will understand that, oh, there is something which is real. One who is having got real milk. And that's my mom, that's my mother. Right? And when you understand that this is the place wherein I can get the real milk, which can really satisfy my hunger, that's when you will understand there is a Supreme Personality of God. Right? And that's when you will see that, oh, okay, so there is Supreme Personality of God, and there is me. Now what should I do? Right? And when you start thinking about what should I do, what is our relationship between these two entities, that is when you will come to Upasana Kanda. Upasana means what?
Worship. Prayer.
Worship. Thank you, bro. Wonderful. Upasana means worship. So when you understand there is another person on the opposite side. Like for example, I meet Ramesh Prabhu, right? So we speak, we saw, will be, okay, one day we saw, he smiled at me, I smiled at him. Second day we saw, we smiled. Third day, what we will do? We'll start speaking, we'll start talking. And maybe later on, which probably there could be some interactions. Prabhu might give me some prasad. Oh, here, today I have holy celebration at my home. Here, take some sweets, right? I'll bring something. Oh, I had pongal at my home. Take something. So there will be exchanges, reciprocations happen, right? That is just called Upasana Kanda. Clear?
What's the difference between second and third step? I get it. In Upasana, you understand there is a Supreme Personality.
Understanding comes in jnana. Understanding comes in jnana. That
Okay, when you're fed up with the
right.
thing,
Yes.
and then you start
Realizing, and then you understand that okay, the relationship. How will I establish relationship with it? Yet karoshi yadasnasi, yet juhoshi dadasi, yet tapasya kaunteya, tat kurushva mad arpanam. That's when you say whatever you do as an offering to me. That is when you started worshipping the Lord in different ways. That is called Upasana Kanda, right? So this one is when the Karma Kanda is when you really becoming a human being.
Yeah.
As long as you are not in Karma Kanda, you're not in a human being. That means as long as you're not following the Vedic standards, right?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
how do you stay away from Karma Kanda in Upasana? I've seen a lot of Karma Kandas in Upasana also.
How can you stay away? Karma
Karma
Kanda?
Kandas in Upasana. Like while Upasana, during worship, there are a lot of Karma Kandas involved. A lot
Yes.
of people involved, like worship, Havan, a lot of Karma Kandas.
Yes.
So how do you stay away from those Karma Kandas but stay focused on Upasana?
See, that is where it's called the Mishra Bhakti Prabhu. See, Upasana is wherein, okay, you'll be worshipping, but still you'll be having this Karma Kanda, right? So what happens is that mixture will also always be there. For example, Prabhu, let's say you have half a bottle of ink, okay? Half a bottle of ink. You pour some water to that. The color will be changing. Keep on pouring water. Keep on pouring water. What will happen? The color of the ink will keep on fade. Keep on pouring water and water and water. Finally, what happens? Only the color will completely become cheap. So even though I said transitioning, always there will be a mishra happening in that one. Until and unless we actually established firmly on Karma Kanda, thereby established firmly on the Jnana Kanda, thereby coming fully established on Upasana Kanda, that's when you will be purified. Till that time, Prabhu, there will be a mishra happen. Mishra means mixing of that. You see what I'm saying? That's all. Yeah.
So these three are possible in one lifetime?
Of course, Prabhupada said 1 minute. I don't know how, but
I understand. But like completing Karam Kanda, then completing the next stage, then completing the third stage.
No, I think
ideally, Prabhu, it can happen in one lifetime. It can happen as long as tivrena bhakti hogena yajeta purusham. As long as you are actually tivra. How much tivra? Like for example, there is somebody who has actually finished their 10th grade in the age of 12 or something like that. I don't know. You can finish off. Somebody, one of our devotees was saying like he has finished his CA in a very shorter span. Something like that. I'm just giving some examples.
but we do have examples like Prahlad, for example. If you really reference Prahlad
Yeah.
with this.
Yeah.
So from day one,
Mm.
he was already in the Upasana stage, was he not?
Yes, so that is special cases, bro.
Yeah.
Right? There are like, Prahlad Maharaj is all like one of the Mahajans, right? They are all like great devotees. So that is what, these three sections are. So we don't have more time to spend on that one. But essentially that is our understanding of these three sections. Where does demigods fall? What do you think? Hello? Oh, the battery is down. Sorry. Hare Krishna. Okay. Where do the demigods fall? Any guess?
It can be in the first two, I think.
First two.
First two?
Some Jnana
Actually,
also.
they'll be in all three, because they are still worshipped in the third.
Yes.
They are still worshipped in third one. Okay. Any guess?
The first two.
First one? First one, actually. Demigods won't fall into the jnana and upasana, right? Because demigods, that's when we will come to the definition of demigods, right? So now, I'll tell why this demigods will come to the karma kanda.
Today's discussion itself, that only, less intelligent people will
Yeah,
approach them.
yeah, I don't want to tell that because next Sunday there will be nobody here.
We are not telling you on our own.
Yeah, exactly. So now let's actually talk about the demigods. So as we mentioned, like there are, how many demigods you know about?
33 crores, 33 crores, I think.
330.
33 crores?
I think so. Something like that.
Prabhu say how many you know?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that word.
I mean, okay, that's fine. How many demigods are there?
The demigods are there altogether 33.
33 crore,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
something.
33 crore.
Yes.
330 million is what? Official numbers. Right? According to the Shastras. So, 330 million demigods are there. Right? So, you will be coming back to Prabhu's question, like, okay, why there are so many demigods? How come they are, they are there? Out of this 330 million, there are 18 demigods who are prominent. 18 demigods. So they are 11 Rudras, right? 18 Adityas, 12 Vasus, Indra. Oh, no, not Surya. Okay,
Was the last one?
Brahma,
Brahma.
right? So these are prominent personalities in the 330 million, right?
43.
Now, on the other side of this, so these are the prominent figures. But when it comes to the real worship of the demigods, there are 4 prominent personalities, right? Can you imagine 4 prominent personalities?
Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh.
First one,
Ganapati, Lord Kartikeya, and Durga.
There's so many actually.
Lord Shiva,
Ganesha. There is only one.
Durga,
Lakshmi.
Then
Lakshmi. Money. Lakshmi.
Durga,
Shiva,
Durga,
Durga,
Lakshmi,
That's
right?
Mataji. One Mataji.
Yeah.
One Shiva. One Ganesh.
Ganesh, and last one.
Shiva, Kartikeya.
What is that?
INDRA. Oh, R is
I
missing.
used to go Tuesday, Hanumanji.
Huh?
Tuesday, Hanumanji.
Hanumanji, Ram.
No, I'm not talking about that, please. It's the four personalities who are really are on top of this. So first is
Shiva.
Lord Shiva. Second is Durga.
Durga.
Third one is
Ganapati.
Ganesh. And fourth one is Indra.
Oh, Indra.
It's Indra. Indra or sun. Or means plus sun, I would say. Right? Plus.
Prabhuji,
Hmm.
so in South India, there are a lot of people pray to Kartikeya.
Yeah, that will come. So Shiva is the prominent personality of all the demigods, right? And there are, how many Jyotirlingas are there? 12 Jyotirlingas. That's Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is being worshipped in all these places, right?
Prabhu, these four are over and above those 43.
Yes.
Okay.
33 or they are including 33?
In the 33 million, 330 million only, right? But see, these are the prominent figures, but these are the ones who are being worshipped, and they stand on top of this.
Okay.
Right? Durga, Mother Durga, right? And how many? What is the 12? There is a name for. It's the same like Jyotirlinga. There is one. Shakti Pita, correct. Thank you. Shakti Pitas. There are 12 Shakti Pitas for Mother Durga. And for Ganesh, what about Lord Ganesh? Actually, there is no temple for Ganesh, right?
There's no temple.
Yeah.
No temple for.
There is no original temple for Lord Ganesh. Then you will be asking, like, what about Moti Tangi in Pune? Or what about the famous temple in Mumbai? Right? These are all like established in the last 100 years by somebody. The only original temple which we can think about is a Vatapi temple. I think somewhere in Maharashtra. But otherwise there is no original temple for Ganesh. Ganesh always go with Shiva or Durga. He always go with. So Ganesh is ideally being worshipped along with Lord Shiva's temple or Mother Durga temple. These are original temples. Original temples mean Swayambhus. They have been established, right? So Ganesh is Ganapati, right? He's the leader of all the Ganas, right? All the Ganas means what? All the Rudra Ganas and all the ghosts and everything. He's also said that the leader of the army also. Kartikeya is also leader of army, but Ganesh is also said like that. That's what he's called Ganesh. Then what about Indra and Sun? Indra and Sun is very lower level demigods compared to these three, and they actually there is no temple for Indra or Sun. There is sun god temple, but it's all like not prominent as these three figures. Now, who and why we worship these three or four personalities? We worship Indra and Sun for basically for our health, for our crops, for having a good harvest, for rain, for climate, good rain, good sun, and all these kinds of things, right? So that's what I mean, like Surya Namaskaram, right? The yoga, all this kind is basically, based on sun. And Indra is being worshipped for sure. We know that, we perform yajna and everything for worshipping Indra, for pleasing him, so that we will get good rain and good harvest and everything like that. Ganesh. Why do we worship Ganesh?
For removing obstacle.
Vigna Vinash.
Removing Vigna Vinash, right? Yes. Any other answer? Vivek. Yeah. Because his one of the wife is Buddhi, right? Two wives, right?
So,
Siddhi and Buddhi, right?
Riddhi Siddhi.
Riddhi Siddhi, something like that. Yes. And what else? Basically, that's it, right?
Prabhu,
I-
I'm still thinking about in Diwali, the calendar comes with Ganesha sitting along with Lakshmi. So are you treating Lakshmi as Durga here, or is it Lakshmi doesn't figure here at all?
No, Lakshmi is not a demigod.
She's not?
No.
Okay, because all Diwali calendars and we,
Yeah.
no, but the calendars show this, right?
Yeah.
All over North
Calendar
India.
comes with all other,
Yeah.
all kind of things, bro. I can also make a calendar.
Institutions are Mr. Pandey. Absolutely.
Okay.
I can make a calendar with Ramesh Pandey and Mataji, right?
We have our own Ram and Sita, Bhaskar
Yes.
Mataji and Puri Prabhu.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like see, calendar. So Lakshmi Devi is not coming under demigods.
Okay.
She's the original eternal consort of Lord Vishnu, right, Prabhu?
Oh, I
And that's
see.
what, yeah.
Okay.
So I'll come to that portion, Prabhu, because that will explain a little bit more when I explain that side. Okay. Now, okay. Now Ganesh, we worship Ganesh not for actually removing obstacles. We actually, again, this is again based on the Vaishnava philosophy. Ganesh is a great devotee of Lord Narasimhadev, right? So Vighna Vinashak is actually who? Narasimhadev. The original Vighna Vinashak is Lord Narasimhadev, and Ganesh is a devotee of Vighna Vinashak of Narasimhadev, right? And Ganesh is a great Vaishnava also. You know who has chosen by Vyasadeva for writing the Bhagavad? Lord Ganesh, right? So he's a great devotee. The Ganesha will actually create Vighna also. Ganesha will actually create Vighna because he is Vighna Pati. He not only takes away your Vighna, he can also create Vighna. You know, there's a beautiful story when Ravan's mother, she told that, okay, if you want to become Ajaya means what, Prabhu? Not immortal.
We always victorious.
Somebody cannot be defeated, right? Inconceivable. Unconquerable. Thank you. That's the word I was like. Unconquerable. Then you have to go to Kailas and bring the Atma Lingam, right? And worship. As long as the Atma Lingam is there in Lanka, nobody can touch you. So he goes to Kailas, and then he saw one girl who is playing with the ball. And then he came to Lord Shiva. Then he was totally, completely lost his mind. And he went to Lord Shiva. And finally he just went to Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva asked, oh, my dear Ravana. And Ravana is a famous devotee of Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva asked, no, why did you come here? And then he said, I want that girl. Why did he actually come for? He came for Atma Lingam. And then, who was that girl, by the way? Who was that lady? No, Mother Parvati herself, right? So he said, I want that girl. Lord Shiva, take it. Who can touch Mother Durga? And Lord Shiva said, take it. Lord Shiva doesn't care, right? He is, Lord Shiva is called Bholenath. What's the meaning of Bhola? Innocent. He don't care. He don't care about, Katyayani was actually, she was called Aparna because she was, meditating Lord Shiva for thousands of years. And he was not at all caring because he was always Mahadeva Panjamukhe, Rama Rama Hari Hari, always been meditating on Supreme Personality. He don't care. He's not part of this material world. We'll come to that section later. Anyway, so this guy said, what he came for? Atmaling. What he's asking? That girl. And Lord Shiva said, Take it. And he went to this lady and said like, okay, let's go. Then she said, where? Then I asked for you, and Lord Shiva said, take it. And she said, okay, let's go. She is also another kind. She's the mother of, she's Janani, right? She's even mother of this guy.
Yeah.
You don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And she said, okay, let's go. And she said, okay, wherever I will go behind you, but wherever you stop, or wherever you are actually get captivated, your mind get changed by another lady, I'll come back. Because she very well know what is the nature of this Ravana.
Yeah.
So then Ravana was very happy, extremely happy. She's the most exquisitely looking lady in the whole creation. And now she has got even much more valuable than Atmalinga. Who needs Atmalinga? Right? So she was actually going behind him. And while she was going, there was another beautiful girl. She was also playing with ball. And you look at that and then say, oh wow, that's it. Mother Parvati came back. She very well know what is this guy made of, right? And who was that girl? That was Mandodari, right? Ravana's, and he came with Mandodari. And then Ravana's mother asked, what is her name, Revati? No, Ravana's mother. Anyway, she asked her, what is this? Mandodari. Where did you go? Kailas, for what? Atmalinga. Oh my God, I forgot. Right? Okay, let me go back. So he went for Atmalingam again. Right? He went to Atmalinga for Kailas, for Atmalinga. He went and asked Lord Shiva, okay, again, what you need now, my dear Ravana? This time focused, right? He said, like, I need Atmalingam. Right? So that's when Lord Shiva gave him Atmalingam. Lord Shiva know that, okay, this guy, once he get this Atmalinga, he is undefeatable. So he was taking Atmalinga. On the way, who came? Ganesh came.
Okay.
Ganesh came, and Ganesh was tricking him, and he kept Atmalinga there on Gokarna, and that's when Atmalinga was established there. So Ganesh is actually what is creator of Vignas as well as remover of obstacles, right? Mother Durga. Who will actually worship Durga?
Calcutta. Everyone in Calcutta.
Right, I mean, for what the people will? Dehi, yeah.
You're right.
I want this thing. Actually, for Durga and Lord Shiva, people, because they are called the father and mother of this universe. Right? Lord Shiva and mother is called father and mother of. Remember, we had a class wherein I was explaining about the whole creation, wherein how Lord Shiva was actually the real father of the living entities. So these two people go to them for asking Bharya Dehi, Dhanam Dehi. It is said that if you need a good wife, you have to go to Mother Durga. If you want a good son, you should be going to Lord Shiva. This kind of things, right? Everything they will give. All these demigods can give everything, right? Except one thing.
Liberation.
Except one thing. Any guess? Bhakti,
Upasana.
Upasana.
To transcend from this material world.
Transcend from this material world, yes. Any thoughts? I just wanted to make you think along with me so that
They
it,
can fulfill everything material.
huh?
They can fulfill everything material.
Everything material except one.
Moksha.
Moksha, yes, moksha.
Back to Godhead.
Back to Godhead. Any thoughts? Any novel thoughts?
Break the cycle of.
Break the cycle of birth and death?
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. Nice, good. Beautiful answers.
I think they cannot introduce you to Krishna either.
They cannot introduce to Krishna, right?
Either.
They can.
Yes, they can. That's an answer, though. But that's fine. Any other thoughts? Liberation, moksha. Prabhu has said. Everybody said the same thing. Like break from this cycle of birth and death. They can actually help you, but they cannot give you moksha. And moksha can be given by only one person, and that is
Godhead.
Vishnu, right? So Vishnu, Mahavishnu is the only person who can actually give you the liberation. So now we can understand that there are 330 million demigods are there, and the demigods are break up into this, and they are actually serving some purpose for the humanity. And this serving is for the Karma Kanda of Vedas, right? All these things you are getting from them is on the Karma Kanda side, right? Bharya, Dhanam, Vignam, crops, good health and everything, right? But anything coming to these two sections cannot be given by them. They can help you go there. They can help you go there. That's what Prabhu, I think you are saying, right? They can help you. But they will...
So the reason that was coming in my mind is this. So they help you get all this,
Yeah.
right? Materially and everything.
Right.
But the Bhagavad Gita explains very clearly that in karma, wherever there is an action, there is a reaction.
Right.
It is not a leela.
Yep.
It's a karma, right? So even if they give, we are still accountable for that reaction.
Right.
So which means even if we are asking, we are not getting out. We are actually prolonging moksha now even further.
Exactly.
Even
That's
further.
the real point. That's what it's saying, right? So if you just keep on doing this material enjoyment, even on the karma kandic
Bondage.
way, not advancing to the jnana kanda or upasana kanda, you will be still going through that, right?
I think your example of fire, all these are putting off the fire from time to time.
What?
All these demigods are putting off that fire.
Ah.
You never get the sense, okay, I have to get out.
Right.
They'll keep you.
Yes. So that's the thing, right? So all these demigods, they will actually give you how to live happily, how to live this in this material world. But the matter of the fact is, even though you get a good husband or a good wife or a good thing, good that thing, see, the whole profile of the material nature is it's temporary and is
Dukkhalaya.
dukkhalaya. You know what? See, the thing is, like, how many of you heard that in Saudi Arabia, thousands of people died during the Hajj, the famous Mecca pilgrimage? And I was listening to the news, and it is said that it's because, what's the temperature there, Prabhu? 52 degrees. Can you imagine? 52 degrees is half the boiling point. It's unimaginable. It's like, what is the temperature here? It's 28 now. We are sweating, right? What about 52? Prabhu is coming from Middle East, and I was there in Dubai last time, and they were saying like they will not go out in the summers. Prabhu is also from Middle East, right, Prabhu? In the summers, they won't go out. Why? Because once you go out, you will either black out or you will have some, what is that called? Some kind of something. Heat stroke. Yeah, thank you.
Actually, we didn't know about heat stroke until we came to Canada.
See, that actually sees that the whole the climate change,
Immune to it, yeah.
whole climate change is happening across the world,
Yeah.
right? And I was the same article. It said that in India after 2024, it will be extremely difficult for people to live in India, right? Not 2024, 2040. Sorry, 2040. 2040 is not that far. It's just what, 16 years? That's it. 2040, 2050, like even now itself, in some part of India, was extreme heat wave was there, right? There was shortage of water. There was famine. So things are very difficult, Prabhu. I mean, for example, let's say I got a nice, I got a Corolla, Toyota Corolla. Okay, I just travel now. The roads are okay, but next birth I got a Mercedes Benz or a Bentley or something. But what if the roads are not good? Right? What if the roads are bumpy and the roads are like, this and that? Doesn't matter which car you are getting, the roads itself is not good, right? So the material world is changing, Prabhu, right? It's extremely difficult to live in this material world. So it doesn't matter if you get a good house, good son. It's not going to help us at a longer run. And that's what Bhagavad Gita, in the very outset of this Bhagavad Gita itself, it is said that it is dukkhalaya shashvatam. It doesn't matter wherever you go, what kind of things you do, what kind of things you just whatever dukkha pradikaram sukhavan manyate grihi. in Bhagavatam there is a shloka which actually is, I forgot the shloka, the Dukkha Pradigaram Sukhavan Manyate Grihi. Can you find out that, Prabhu? Sukhavan Manyate Grihi. Right? The Bhagavatam says that he is actually thinking that I am actually Dukkha Pradigaram. Dukkha Pradigaram means I am actually trying to solve my Dukkha. Right? When I came to Canada, the gas price was 70 cents or something. Right? $1 max. Right? Now it is 1.5. We are getting what is it called, a gas watch, saying that the gas price is actually going 1 cent, right? Instead of 50 cents, going to 1.49. Everybody will rush to gas and they will fill up the gas and they will say, wow, Eureka, now, wow, you got, what's that? Arey, you are actually supposed to pay 70 cents, you have paid 1.49 and you are saying like, I'm a success. Dukkha Pradigaram Sukhavan Manyate Grihi. Right? So what are we doing? We are actually trying to suppress our Dukkha and we are actually finding happiness out of it. You see the difference, Prabhu? It's a very subtle difference. The real happiness is not that. Right? The real happiness is not that. The real happiness is when we are actually getting the gas for free. You know? When you get a gas for free, that's a real happiness. That's when you really have to enjoy. When the gas was at peak, like 1.60 or 2 point or something, you are getting a gas on like 10 cents or something less. You find it, Prabhu? What is that?
Griheshu kuta dharmeshu
Dukkha tantreshu
atandritaha kurvan dukkha pratikaram sukhavan manyate.
Can you read the translation?
The translation.
The attached householder remains in his family life, which is full of diplomacy and politics, always spreading miseries and controlled by acts of sense gratification. He acts just to counteract the reactions of all his miseries, and if he can successfully counteract such miseries, he thinks that he is happy.
Can you imagine Srimad Bhagavatam bluntly taking a mirror and showing up to you, this is what you are, right? What is that? The Dukkha Pradigaram, the third line? Kurvan Dukkha Pradigaram. When you actually do something which is as opposite or something which is try to cover the, as if like in the washroom, it's stinky washroom, right? What do? You take a ordinal. What is that ordinal or the air freshener? Air freshener. You will just spray the air freshener and you smell yours. Oh, nice. What will that do? Temporarily it will make you nice feeling, you feel like happy. After 4 hours you go in, it's even worse. The smell of that chemical and the original thing will actually make you even Kurvan Dukkha Pradigaram Sukhavan Manyate Grihi. He will actually think that, okay, I have done everything very nice. But the stink is still already there. As long as you have not removed the stink, this will only aggravate the whole thing. That's our situation in this material world. So how did you come to this ordinal? From where? So this Vishnu can only give us liberation. So we just wanted to get out of this material world, right? So these demigods, now the question comes, why Krishna has created these demigods? So far it's a little bit clear? Yes, Prabhu.
So you said demigods fall into karma kanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why do the 4 demigods worship Supreme Personality?
Why do the?
4 demigods worship the Supreme Personality.
They worship Supreme
Yeah,
Personality?
they are devotees, right?
They are devotees.
So which means they are worshiping Supreme Personality.
Yes.
So then they should fall into upasana, right? How can they be?
No. I said devotees who are actually doing karma kandis, they will worship them. I'm not saying that they fall into karma kanda.
But I remember saying, you said all the devas are falling into karma kanda.
No. What I said is, the people who are actually worshipping devatas, they fall into karma kandas. The people who are worshipping the Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu, they fall into jnana kanda and upasana kanda. Right? That's what I said. Now, let's quickly get into what is the reason by which we can actually, why there are demigods. Coming back to Sunny Prabhu's question. Right? Is that okay, Erase?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
I raise.
Yeah.
Prabhu, just to add, you actually explained very well. Like Ravana was the biggest devotee of Shiva. Even then, he could not get the moksha.
Yeah, because
He
Shiva
was,
couldn't
such a big devotee that Shiva gave him his wife also.
Yeah,
Take it.
yeah. He couldn't give the Shiva because Lord Shiva himself cannot give you moksha.
Yeah, like he was biggest devotee of these demigods.
Yeah.
But he could not get the moksha because he did not worship Vishnu.
Exactly. Right? Nice point. So, question remains: why demigods? So I now open the floor. What do you think? Why did Krishna? So Krishna, we all know, right? He can actually do everything by himself. He said, like, Krishna himself can expand into 16,108. Have you heard about that story?
Yes.
When Narada came to Dwarka, Narada saw that there are huge palaces, hundreds and thousands of palaces. And then Krishna married 16,108 wives. You know the story, right?
Yeah.
Satyabhama, Rukmini, Jambavati, and there are 16,000 other girls.
Princess.
How much?
Princess.
Princess, right? Which was captivated by, who was that? Narakasura?
No.
Narakasura, right? Krishna now rescued them. Now Krishna rescued them, all the 16,000 ladies saying like, I want to marry you. And what will Krishna do? Right? Krishna said, fine, come.
Tathastu.
Tathastu. So Krishna married all these girls and he brought to Dwarka. Now Krishna is king in Dwarka, right? In Vrindavana that's another story. But in Dwarka he is a king and he has to follow dharma. So what he did, he actually kept them as queens. He built 16,108 palaces. And now 16,108 wives are there, 16,108 palaces are there, but there is only one Krishna. What will we do?
Multiply. He expanded, right?
He expanded. Remember last week Prabhu Maharaj was explaining this thing. Krishna was there in all the 16,108 palaces,
At the
right?
same- at the same
Narada came into one palace and there Krishna was actually making roti. Narada came to another palace. There Krishna was actually putting the thing into dryer, the clothes into dryer. Narada said like this Krishna. He just came to another temple, palace, and there Krishna was changing the diapers, right? So he was doing so many things, and Narada was thinking like,
First time we are hearing changing diapers.
yeah, there is another Bhagavatam. Huh? There is another.
Mataji and me missed, I think, little.
Yeah, there is another copy of material Bhagavad, so that's it.
Good one.
So Narada was confused, like, how come? Then he realized that, yes, this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why can't he do? What about only 16,108? Krishna is expanded to all of us.
Yeah.
Andandarastha Paramanu Chayandarastham Govindamadi Purusha. Right?
Yeah.
Andandarastha Paramanu is not only as a Paramatma inside us, all of us. How many living entities are there? Can you count? No. Not only living entities. Anda means? Even inside the atoms. Atom is not Anda. Anda is nucleus.
Yes.
Right? Even inside the nucleus, Lord Krishna is there. That's what he said. Is he inside the pillar? Without any doubt, he said like Satyam, this is, what is that? Satyam Vidhadum Nija Bhritya Bhashitam. Right? Vyapteshu Akhileshu Chatmana. He was there, Vyapti, he was there in the entire molecules of that room. If Hiranyakashipu asks us, is he there in the microphone? You will say yes. And Narsimha would have come out of that microphone because he was manifesting everywhere. Sarva Bhudeshu Hridatastam. He was there in everybody. So why can't Krishna take another 330 million forms? Why can't? No? But then why did he create demigods?
Service to them.
He is given service, yes.
Because they are part and parcel of him, no?
Any other answers?
Any links.
Because he didn't want to get over.
Structure like the chairman, and then you are head of a department.
Yeah. Very nice.
You have all these people.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Looking after different things, I think.
To delegate responsibility.
To delegate responsibility, very nice.
Organize.
Any other thoughts? Good, good.
You cannot just go to Upasana directly. You need path. So they help you to direct.
Beautiful. Very nice thoughts. Very nice, Prabhu. This is what, Bodha and the Parasparam. This is how we give and take. Very nice. Beautiful. At least I am happy that nobody is sleeping. Yes, please think about it.
I think they also want to delay the process of transformation by keeping people busy and giving the temporary relief.
Nice thought.
Mithya,
Nice thought. I didn't
Yeah.
thought about that. Good.
right?
Yes. Any other thoughts?
It's because that
looking for material sense gratification, so they provide that.
They provide it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Good, good, good.
And then the other thing is also who are demigods, right?
Ah.
They have done enormous activities that has raised them to the level of demigod.
Yeah.
So that is something Krishna is also, tomorrow out of the 330 it could be more, could be less. So Krishna is deciding, right? Fundamental thing is they are promoted to the level of demigod. And
Very
that,
nice.
that structure brings us
Exactly.
to this level, right?
You're saying something.
I was thinking.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead, go
no,
ahead. No, I was just thinking that it is all probably all for all the material living entities.
Mm.
We have like multitude of desires and
Ah.
this and that. In order to maintain us and fulfill our desires, she delegated these
Very
tasks
nice.
to the demigod.
Good, good answer.
Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu, you're saying something.
I'm just thinking, Prabhu, okay, this is one philosophy.
Hmm.
We have these many demigods.
Yes.
But there are other people who don't believe in this philosophy. There's only one God. That's what we discussed, Islam.
Yeah,
and-
right.
So what happens to them? Like they don't achieve God?
They will achieve God, yes.
Is it difficult for them to achieve God?
See,
Because
that-
they don't have demigods?
No, Prabhu. See, the thing is like, see, this is all like, different pathways, Prabhu. See, that's what in the beginning of the class, I said, like, I am completely talking from a Vaishnava philosophy. So if you ask me, like, okay, Prabhu, what is 4 plus 5? So what is 5 plus 5? I'll give you 10. If he is asking, Prabhu, what is 7 plus 3? That's also 10. Is my path or is my derivation same or his derivations wrong or correct? Both are same, right? The belief by which the sampradaya, if it is strong. See, Islam is being established by Prophet, right? Prophet is a preacher. Prophet was a great preacher, just like our Narada, just like our Mahajans. He was also a preacher who has realized God. And he has actually preached that, okay, you follow this. There are so many things which we cannot agree to, which we don't want to even talk about. But the essence of it is actually achieving God. So it is said that if you follow that path, they will achieve God. So same way, if I'm telling 5 plus 5, he's telling 7 plus 3, the both are actually going to the same place. Akashat patitam toyam yatha gachanti sagara sarvadeva namaskaram Keshavam pradigachati. Akashat patitam toyam. The water which is actually falling from the sky is actually coming as different rivers. And where it is actually going to? The ocean. Yatha gachanti sagara. Sarvadeva namaskaram. All the demigods. Keshavam pradigachati. Everything is actually going to Keshava. Right? So as long as you stick to that philosophy, Prabhupada also says that. See, this is called spiritual communism, right? We are not fanatic. We are actually saying that, okay, I am actually believing and I am sticking to the philosophy according to the acharyas, which I am actually following. And that will actually give you 10. I am saying 5 plus 5, that is true, 10. But I am not saying that he is 7 plus 3 is not 10. I am respecting it. I am saying that, Prabhu, you follow that. You come to that derivation, you come to that conclusion that 7 plus 3 is equal to 10, and you will get 10. You know what I'm saying, Prabhu? So we cannot debate or we cannot say that they will not achieve. As long as the path which is authentic, it should come under Sampradaya, right? It should not be like some Baba. There is a Samosa Baba. Have you heard about Samosa Baba, Prabhu? How many of you heard about Samosa Baba? No?
Unfortunately, no, Prabhu.
No? Okay, today, everybody go, today's homework. Go Google Samosa Baba. So there is a samosa, okay, Baba. So Samosa Baba will actually tell you,
He makes up
okay,
things
you have to eat 3
on a
samosas,
fly.
right? When you eat 3 samosas, some mantras and everything will be all right. There is one Baba will say that you have to wear red shirt, you have to wear black shirt, you will become this thing.
Prabhuji, less intelligent people waste time on this.
These are people who are not coming under sampradayas. So first thing and foremost, anything and everything which you follow, you are what is that? You are free to follow anything and everything, but don't get cheated by this, Prabhu. You should ask, what is the sampradaya you are following? What are your acharyas? What are the acharyas you follow? Okay, if it is authentic acharyas, like, Nimparka Acharya, if it is like Vallabha Acharya, if Ramanuja Acharya, if it is like, Madhvacharya, if any of these acharyas were actually coming, then yes, your path is right. It's actually going to the Supreme Lord. We are not saying that that's Keshava. We're not saying that is Krishna. You call that as Allah. You call that as the Supreme Lord. Even Jesus is not God. Right? Jesus said, I am the Son. I am the Son. He is the Supreme Lord, right? So even Jesus was like a prophet. He was like a preacher. He was actually showing the path of
He's a messenger of God.
messenger of God. He was actually showing the path of God. So if a Prabhupada says that if he is a true Christian, he will definitely go back. Because the Keshavam Pradigachari. We call that name as Krishna. But you call us Allah, fine, right? So, yeah, beautiful answers. So one of the answers is like, see, this Krishna can do everything by himself. But he is like Udasina Vadadasino. Can you find out that shloka, Prabhu? There is in Bhagavad Gita, there is one shloka. Udasina Vadasino. Right? He is saying like I am actually, Udasina means what, Prabhu? Lazy.
Sad.
Careless.
Careless.
Right? I am actually not that I'm not that much interested in the thing, right? I will leave this thing to my assistants. I have better things to do. Krishna says that. You find that as in the Bhagavad Gita. Udasina Vadasina.
I think it's a principle of leadership. You
Exactly.
Keep the high pain. Yeah.
Somebody was talking about delegation, right?
Yes,
Somebody
yeah.
was talking. That's exactly what it is.
He has to prioritize.
He will prioritize the things. I will actually give, you take care of those, right? Krishna don't want to, everywhere he will actually enter into the things and he will don't waste his time.
Yeah.
He can.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he is actually doing that.
Yeah.
Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishtaha matta smriti. No, aham sarvasya prabhuboho mattaha sarvam pravartade. From according to me is what everything happened.
Yeah.
For example, you are working for a multi-billion, corporate. You got it, bro? What is that? Can you read?
The translation.
Sloka and translation.
Udasina vadasino guner yona vichalyate gunavartanta ittevam yovatishtati nengate.
Which
Four
chapter,
shlokas
Prabhu?
together.
Which
No, there is
chapter?
another shloka.
Udasina, Udasina. There is another one too.
There's another one. This Dhananjaya Udasina Vadasa.
Exactly, this one.
9.9.
9.9.
न च मां तानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय उदासीन वदासीनम् असक्तं तेषु कर्मसु. Translation: O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral.
See? Yes, bro, you are saying something?
No.
Yes. Udasina Vadasino. I am actually not at all interested in all these kind of things. So he delegates the job. That is one thing. Second one. See, these demigods are very special living entities. Okay? These demigods are very special living entities. Quote and unquote living entities. Now, what does living entities means?
They also have a shelf life.
Hmm?
They have a shelf life too.
They have a shelf life. Good answer.
Like us.
Very nice answer. They got a shelf life, right? So they will actually go through this Janana Marana Chakra, right? But how come they become demigods and we become normal living beings?
That was the next question.
Huh? Yes.
Karma.
Most,
Huh?
no, most of the time they stayed in the mode of goodness. That is why they got that position.
They got that position. Yes. Any other answer?
They desired for it.
They desired for it. Yes.
Those who have done pious activities.
They are expert in act. Yeah?
Those who have done pious activities,
That is what the answer. Those who have done certain activities according to the karma kanda. Remember I was telling, if you wanted to promote to the higher planets, remember I was telling you about karma kanda? There is even mentioned in the karma kanda, if you want to get promoted to the higher planets, you will get promoted to that planet if you do that.
It's so interesting. It reminds me of a corporate world.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is what happens in the corporate life. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Corporate life is a mock of our spiritual world.
Yeah.
Right? They just mocked it.
Yes.
Same thing, right? So they have living entities. For example, if our Prabhu, Prasanna Prabhu, wanted to become Indra, he can very well become Indra. He just want to do just 1,000, how much? 1,000 Ashwamedha yajnas? Yes, that's all.
That's all.
He just do 1,000 Ashwamedha yajnas, 1,000 or 100? 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, and Mataji, he is gone. Next Indra. We can also proudly say that the Indra was sitting with us in our one of the classes.
And get defeated by Krishna and Govardhan.
Huh.
Says if somebody is doing a Jyotishma Homa,
Huh.
they will get into the position of the Brahma.
Brahma, exactly.
Simple thing, simple, they
Right?
know that.
So Indra, so that's what. So all these Indra, Brahma, Varuna, Vayu, and all these are positions, right? So all these are positions. I forgot the name of current Indra.
Pundarika.
Pundarika, thank you. Current Indra's name is Pundarika. Current sun god's name is Vivaswan. Vivaswan.
Sun God Vivishwan.
Vivaswan. Current Manu is Vaivaswata Manu, right? Current Brahma is.
Is he 14th Manu?
Hmm?
Is he 14th?
I believe so. Yeah.
When you say current means in present time.
In the present time.
And this is a cycle. This is a cycle that keeps going.
Yeah, Brahma is.
Correct.
Brahma is Adya Brahmane Didiya Pararthe. He is on his 50th year.
50th year.
You know?
Just the golden jubilee celebration.
His golden jubilee is on 50th year. Brahma there is there.
Prabhuji, who gave all these names to them?
Huh?
Who gave them names? Krishna gave them names.
Their father and mother maybe. No. Prabhu, it's they have names. Like they are.
Who gave them?
See, I mean, I don't know that answer for that. Like for example, who gave name of Prahlad Maharaj? Right? Maybe their father and mother, right? So I don't know. I mean, this is a name. They
Are you
giving
saying
names
this is in
for-
Bhagavatam?
Like Shiva, Brahma, my understanding is that they are expansions of Krishna.
Yeah.
So, is there a mother, father also?
Brahma is coming from Krishna himself.
Yeah, so Krishna gave them, Krishna called him Brahma.
Maybe, yeah. See, all these names are Prabhu. See, Brahma is a position, but the Brahma name has got a meaning. Right? So, like, if, for example, if a name Prasanna Vasudev. Prasanna Vasudev is not, is an adjective. Prasanna means always blissful. He is blissful, happy, right? Like for example, Prabhu's name is Sudarshan. Sudarshan means Sudarshanam, the one who is actually giving enlightening or blissful view, or one who is actually going a blessed view. That's the right word, right? Everybody has got all the word has got, so that this names has been given according to that position. Prabhu. According to Brahma, the name itself has come from the Brahman, the original Brahman, because he is the original person, the first, Brahman has living entity come from the Lord himself, right? That's what the name Brahma himself, the Lord's name himself has been given to him. Indra means the one who is actually at the topmost of all the demigods. He's the king of all them. So that's what.
So Prabhu, my question is, all these names, are you referencing them like they come from Bhagavatam or all these Vedas?
Of course,
Because they're already
it's
there.
all there in Vedas.
Oh, I see.
All these names are in Vedas, even Skanda Puranas or Upanishads, everything, Prabhu. That's what I'm saying. These are all transferred to us. I'm not manufacturing any of the names. These are all transferred to us through our acharyas. All these things are there in our scriptures, right? Yes, Prabhu. We are running short of time. I need to wrap up.
The question was that Brahma, but like you are giving versions to Brahma, like the latest is this one. So where that comes from?
Yeah.
It is going to change again.
Yeah.
When we are going to know where is that?
That was my
See, the
question.
Prabhu, the thing is like Brahma's lifetime is 311 trillion years. So if you're asking where can I know, means we are actually talking relative theory. What is the relativity theory of time, right? For example, if we can actually say that, okay, 100 years ago, my grandfather lived. Okay, fine, I can conceive it. 200 years ago, my great grandfather lived. Fine. If you're talking about 500 years, I'm started feeling like, little dizzy. I'm talking about 1,000 years. Yes, I have absolutely no idea what it is. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a grandfather. Isn't that true? I had a grandfather, right? 5,000 years ago, I had a grandfather. Yes. But can you imagine? No. So this Brahma, so it said that Prabhu, again, that's a long thing, but let me try to short it as, when the Lord wanted to create this material world, He actually created this material world through his another plenary portion called Karanodakashaya Vishnu. Karanodakashaya Vishnu, right? So if this was Goloka Dham Vija Dhamni Tale Chatasya Devi Mahesha Hari Thamasu Teshu Teshu. This is Krishna, Golok Dham, the supreme planet, right? And under here it's Mathura. Under here it's Dwarka. Under here it's Ayodhya. Sorry for my handwriting. Right? Then comes Vaikuntha planet. Right? Now comes a river. Oh, sorry. Mahesh.
I think we should have another class for this, Prabhu.
We have
Right?
Specific class.
There is Mahesh. Now there is a river. Right? And this river is called Karna, ocean, or Viraja river. Right? In this river, there is one person lying on this river, and this person lying on this river is called Karna Vishnu, Karnodaga Shai Vishnu, right? Or Mahavishnu. And from him, different planets come. There is one planet here, there is one planet here. Oh, universes.
Billions of universes.
Yeah.
Unlimited, you can't count.
Yeshauganishadita Kala Mathavalambya Jivanti Vilaja Jagadanta. Right? So from him, this Karanodakashaya Vishnu comes different. One universe, second universe, this universe. And one of this universe, Prabhu, there is Brahma, there is Indra, there is Vayu, there is Chandra, and living entities, all of us. There is another living universe, there is Brahma, there is Indra, there is Varuna, Vayu, living entities. Similarly. And how many universes are you talking about? Gazillions. Right? So coming back to, can you now conceive it, Prabhu?
Like the bubbles, no Prabhu.
Like the bubbles. So we are in one of the universe. Just take the science, Prabhu. Can you even count how many planets are there in our Milky Way? How many galaxies are there? We cannot even count how many are there. So see, everything up till here is spiritual world. Anything after this is material world. Okay? So see, this is an interesting point. Where is Mahesh situated? Mahesh is Lord? Lord Shiva is situated in which world? Spiritual world. Right? And he comes to this material world and he takes as Lord Shiva. Mother Lakshmi, that's the question somebody was asking about. You asked. Lakshmi is actually coming down and she is actually taking the form as Durga. And this Lord Shiva and Durga, they become father and mother. And here Vishnu and Lakshmi, they come down as Shiva and Durga, they actually procreate the living entities, right? So each living universe has got a Brahma, and this Brahma's lifetime is 311 trillion years, right? And when this 311 trillion years happens, Prabhu, these universes, right? You see different universes? From where it came?
Ocean.
Look at this.
From the
From where it came?
Ocean.
From Vishnu. It will go back to Vishnu. And when he again breathes out again, all this universe come out. And there is a new Brahma coming out. You see what I'm saying? That is when I'm saying currently he has exhaled and it's going on. Right? Once this 311 trillion years is gone, we'll go back in here and then the next Brahma will come. So all these living entities. Now is that little, you're feeling a little dizzy?
I'm getting into the Big Bang theory.
Exactly. See? Right? So it's there in Brahma Samhita.
No, in every universe this happens.
Every universe this happens. Again, that's what I said, that there are millions and gazillions of universes are there. Now, when this happens, in each universe, there are so many things has to be taken care of. The finance side has to be taken care of. The logistics has to be taken care of. The, what else is there?
Education.
Education has to be taken off. Irrigation has to be taken care of. All these areas has to be taken care of. And that is when these demigods are created. Now, second reason, all these living entities, right? They are, when they do actually great tapasyas, great activities, they get promoted to a higher standards. And like for example, a person who is like a clerk, now he's got promoted, now he's become a senior manager. So he has to give a position. And that's when he will be getting promoted to heavenly planets. Right? That's the second reason. The third reason being, somebody has given a very beautiful answer, that we all have the desires, right? And these desires has to be taken care by somebody. This has to be given, fulfilled by somebody. And that thing has been delegated to. So demigods can fulfill desires. These desires, Krishna will not interfere. If you go to Krishna with something, he will say that, okay, I'm not interested in that one. Just go to Shiva or thing. In the purport, have you noticed one thing? Prabhupada very interestingly give one shloka. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo dhardi tivrena bhakti yogena vidu. If you have desires, come to me. Now what is contradicting? Is that true? Here I said all the desires taken care by demigods, but here Krishna, Bhagavatam says that I will, if you are having karma, if you don't have karma, you come to me, I will take care of your thing. How does that happen? I'll end off with that one statement, it's very interesting. Question is, demigods will take care of your desires, all material desires. Bharya dehi, dhanam dehi, putra dehi, kar dehi, all these dehis. Krishna, in Bhagavatam, Krishna says, Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo dharati. If you have all the karma, if you don't have any karma, if you have moksha karma, you come to me, I'll give you. What's the difference between these two?
There's a bondage here, there's no bondage over.
Yeah.
There is bondage there, there's no bondage in there. Yes? Huh? The type of desire? Okay. Huh?
Krishna knows what to give, what not to give.
There you go. There you go. Like for example, yes, that is the Prabhu said the answer. It's like, for example, if Mataji has got a nice daughter. Now let's say she has some rotten tooth or something. I'm not saying you have, but let's assume. And she's asking for chocolate, right? And whether she give her? No. Why? Because she knows that ultimately it's going to create problem for her. So she will not get. But what she do, she will actually get some money somehow or other, go to a shop and ask for a chocolate. What will shopkeeper do? He'll give. Does he care for her health or anything? No. But the mother always says, she always knows, okay, you cannot take this, but you take this.
Nice example, Prabhu.
Right?
Very nice.
Very careful about what you should be giving. Satyam dishatyarthidam arthido nirnam naivarthado yat punararthidayatah swayam vidatte bhajatam anichatam ichchati danam Nija Pada Pallavam. In the Bhagavatam, Prabhu, there is a beautiful verse. This actually shook me to the core. In the Bhagavatam, Satyam Dishati Arthidam Arthidonanam, Prabhu. Satyam Dishati Arthidam Arthidonanam. In that shloka, Krishna says, if a person actually coming to me with desires, I will give him desires. But I will make him in such a way that he will not ask him for more desires. And I will forcefully give him my lotus feet, even though he doesn't desire for it. Can you imagine? It's such a beautiful verse in the Bhagavatam. That the same way, like, mother is actually careful about the daughter's or son's health, and he will only give accordingly. And that's when there is very less devotees of Lord Vishnu, and there's a lot of devotees for the other. Because they give chocolates.
Instant.
All you need to do, give some money.
Instant coffee.
Instant coffee, right? And that is why we actually all these demigods. But if you sincerely worship demigods, now somebody asked a question. Who asked a question? Like, demigods are also worshippers of Krishna.
Yeah.
Somebody asked the
I think
question, right?
Prabhu.
See, he asked, right? See, core of the heart, they are all. See, Lord Mahesh doesn't even belong to material world, but he has come down out of his compassion for the living entities. See, I'll tell you one secret. Lord Mahesh is the greatest Vaishnava. Vaishnavana? Yatha Shambhu. He is so dear to Lord Krishna that he has put one of his sons' name after Lord Shiva. You know what's the name? He has put one of the name of his son as Lord Shiva. This is Samba. You know what's the meaning of Samba? Sa Amba. Amba means mother. Sa Amba, the one who is always with the Amba. Who is? Lord Shiva. Right? Even though Samba was a very naughty boy, but he has put his son after the name of Lord Shiva. He's so dear to him. He's so dear to him. So that is what they are actually doing. They are actually Lord Ganesh, right? Lord Ganesh, if you sincerely pray to Lord Ganesh, you got a shloka, bro? Can you read that, please?
Use this free translation.
The demigods prayed, O Lord, you never deviate from your vow, which is always perfect, because whatever you decide is perfectly correct and cannot be stopped by anyone. Being present in the three phases of cosmic manifestation, creation, maintenance, and annihilation, you are the supreme truth. Indeed, unless one is completely truthful, one cannot achieve your favor, which therefore cannot be achieved by hypocrites. You are the active principle, the real truth in all the ingredients of creation, and therefore you are known as Antaryami, the inner force. You are equal to everyone, and your instructions apply for everyone for all time. You are the beginning of all truth. Therefore, offering our obeisances, we surrender unto you. Kindly give us your protection.
Actually, that was not the shloka, but
Satyam Dishat Kartidam Arthidonanam. But anyway, that's okay. That is actually very much relevant to our shloka also. Anyway, that's okay. I was just giving the essence of it, right? So, I know it's time, but these demigods, still, if you are sincerely praying, see, so many devotees of Lord Shiva has become the ardent devotees of Lord Krishna. Why? Because they have really and sincerely worshipped Lord Shiva. And when you actually really, Lord Shiva asked, like, what have you come here for? He said that I have come here for a beautiful wife, take a beautiful wife. I have come here for a nice job, take the job. What have you come here? I have come here for understanding the truth. Oh, now Lord Shiva is opening his eyes. Because otherwise he just take it. When somebody is asking, what have you come here? I have come here for understanding the truth. What is the truth? What is the real thing? What is actually, what is that you are, really treasuring? That's when Lord Shiva will actually now look attention into you and say that, okay, now we are talking. Then he will actually tell, okay, he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Again, this is coming from the Shastras. And that's why a lot of Lord Shiva's devotees have become the devotees of Lord Krishna, because they have been even Ganesh also, right? Even Ganesh. What are we praying to Lord Ganesh? Please remove the obstacles from the devotional service. Same thing we are actually, there's called Kartyayani Vrida. Gopis in Vrindavana, in the summer, in the rainy season, they go to Mother Kartyayani, which is Durga, and what they are asking for? please give me Krishna as my husband.
We recently read from
Bhagavatam, right? So this is what it's happened. So that is the position of demigods. So demigods are the ones who are actually being delegated by Lord Krishna, who has actually appointed in a higher position because they have done so many pious activities. And thirdly, they have actually come down to give the special blessings or material blessings to the living entity. So that's what we have actually covered this thing. I hope I have done some justice to the whole understanding of demigods, because I'm sorry this takes a little bit of explanation so that this is the basis, otherwise it will be difficult for us to go further, right? With that I will actually stop. I know we had a festival. I believe after the Arati, I can spend maybe another 5 more minutes to speak about what is the significance of today's festival. And then before the announcement, I'll quickly give 2 minutes overview of what is your festival celebrating. But I sincerely really wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your patience and you staying with me. And I hope that I could serve you at least to some of the extents. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.